within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on stations. Continental also has salary jobs available, great benefit, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are often no cost to the estates and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms a possibility today with a much cooler day on the way. We'll top out at 75. Northeast winds of around 10 to 15. Partly cloudy tonight, a cool night with the low dropping down to 54. Back into the upper 70s for highs tomorrow with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 97 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln.
Yeah, I'll make a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Have to remind myself that it is Wednesday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary with you. Rico, hello.
Hello.
How was your Monday and Tuesday off?
It was great.
Because you got to you just stay up there in Verdigris?
Orchard.
Yes.
Sorry.
Close to Verdigris.
It's close. Okay. That's where my mother-in-law and one of my sisters-in-law work. They work at Verdigris. But no.
Gotcha. How was Orchard?
It was fantastic. Great weather. Great times. Got in the pool. My mother-in-law's pool, which is fantastic just to relax. Although KJ and Ellie want to swim in it, and Ellie has her little floaty.
Yeah.
And she's good. She can go. She floats and swims and whatever. Doesn't really like putting her head underwater. She still can't get that, like the breathing out and not breathing in part.
Yeah.
So that's still a struggle. And KJ just wanted to be in the water. He can't really use the floaty. Like it just like tips him every which way. So we had to hold him the whole time, but it was still really fun. Had some fire, made some s'mores, lit off some fireworks, almost blew up a truck because of the fireworks.
Did you really?
Well, I say that because one of the artillery shells went up, did an explosion thing. One of the sparks came down, hit the back of the truck, and whizzed past my sister-in-law's head. And she was in front of all of the other fireworks that we had.
Oh,
so if it would have like hit her in the forehead and dropped, we would have been in a whole heap of trouble.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
But we were good.
How was the fireworks show?
It was great. Me, my sister-in-law, and my brother-in-law spent way too much money on fireworks and put on our own show.
I'll be honest now. Like Rico, are you at that? Do you still light the fireworks?
Yes.
You're a guy that likes to light them. Mm-hmm. Okay, because now I've slowly transitioned into being the type that just wants to sit back on a lawn chair and just watch it. Yeah, you guys go ahead and light all of it. You guys go ahead and light them all. Really? I'll just sit back and watch it.
Oh, you've gotten old too quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I will say also that the fireworks, not as many as I would have liked, were set off yesterday.
What do you mean?
We didn't get enough lit yesterday because of the rain.
Your personal,
just all of them,
or
just
around.
So like I bought quite a few, and
you're gonna light some today.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Perfect.
Can neither confirm nor deny. I actually probably won't be able to today, but no, we just didn't get to light them all off. So now they're all sitting in a plastic bag and unopened.
Can I have them?
Are you gonna light some today?
Not today, but we are planning on going back up to Orchard in the next coming weeks.
See, that's the great thing about small towns.
And we're going to be out,
Nobody really
out
cares.
at the farm.
Nobody really cares.
Well, it's not even in the town. It's out at the
That's
farm.
what I'm
It's
saying.
however many miles out. Nobody in the town will be able to hear it,
Yeah.
but we will.
That's
We
so
will.
great. I have gotten to be a bigger fan of the louder, the bigger. Like I'm a big fan of the loud fireworks now.
You want the 500 grand explosive.
I don't want to pay
missiles.
for them, but I want to see them and be around them.
No, that makes sense.
So I mean, can't blame me for that one.
I don't mind paying for them.
Rico, the 4th of July topic that was kind of circulating around my group yesterday was because I wore my usual Birkenstocks with sandals.
Mm-hmm. You mean your Birkenstocks with socks?
Or Birkenstocks with socks, not sandals. Excuse me.
They are
socks
they are
with my
sandals.
Birkenstocks.
There you go.
Right? Which Birkenstocks, they're like a sandal, right?
Yeah.
Real comfy.
Mhm.
And so we had probably about a 50-50 split last night of whether it's acceptable or not to wear Birkenstocks with socks. Because I was wearing my Birkenstocks with socks.
I think it's fine to wear, honestly, and this might be a hot take, sandals and socks is fine.
I don't mind sandals and
as
socks.
long as they're not the what are they called? The thongs that go in between your toes, your big toe and that's what they're called, okay? That with the little the part that goes in between your toes. You don't wear those with socks.
No, that's bad.
That's a no-no.
The cheap ones you can buy at Walmart,
but
not good.
But like slides, so I have a pair of Adidas slides. Well, they're like knockoff Adidas slides. I don't think they're actually Adidas slides. But I have those. I wear those with socks. It's fine.
This seems to be a pretty like popular topic or question because I posted a poll question on my Twitter today. Are socks with Birkenstocks acceptable? Because Terrell, a little bit of an inside station joke, Terrell won't talk to me if I'm wearing my Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
He will only speak to me if I'm wearing tennis shoes.
Yep.
And so some days when I just don't want to talk to Terrell, I purposely wear my Birkenstocks.
It's like,
but
no,
I'm done. Yeah. Just go away.
He's got him in his bag.
I just pop him out. Here, hey,
look
you
what I'm wearing.
you can't talk to me, Terrell. But I posted the poll question, and 51% say it's acceptable, 48% say it's unacceptable.
Okay.
And Jake Sorensen, firmly in the boat of unacceptable.
I can't see Jake wearing sandals. He doesn't seem like a sandals guy.
They are not closed-toed. They're basically Jesus shoes. They're Jesus sandals.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on the stream, I can see I'm wearing sandals, so I can quickly pop them off.
The Air Jesus 12s.
Something like that. Unfortunately, they're about 5 years old, though. So I just didn't know. That was the big 4th of July topic swirling last night, was whether or not Birkenstocks with socks is acceptable. College kids do it all the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily make it right. But I'm not a big fashion guy. Rico will tell you that. I'm not big on fashion. I don't match clothes all the time. So
Yeah.
So, I never know if socks and sandals are
the point of sandals is no socks. I am kind of in agreement with you there, but at the same time, I don't know if you just have if you have socks on, like you just took your tennis shoes off and you're in the house or something and you're like, you got to run out to get something. You just throw your sandals. It's a lot easier than, some people like to untie and tie your, it's a lot easier than doing that. You don't want to have to take your socks off to put your sandals on. Like, it's fine.
I will also say with the Birkenstocks, some of my favorite shoes to wear. I will say they're the comfort of the sock, and you feel like you're under control in the sandal, but it's still breathable.
You know what's really gross?
The dogs aren't out.
Yeah,
the dogs aren't out. My toes aren't just hanging around. All right, the dogs are not barking. They're controlled with the comfort of my and one socks that I'm wearing.
They've got leashes on.
the comfort of my and one socks that I'm wearing, but it's still breathable.
Yeah. No, so my thing is, and I understand sandals are for no socks, whatever. This might be a hot take. I don't know. Hate when my feet get sweaty in my sandals.
Yep, I agree.
Because either they get real slippery or then they get too tight or something.
Too grippy.
And then if you're at the beach and then you get the sand and then I just can't.
It's bad.
But like, I understand, obviously, the sandals with the no socks at the that's what I'll do at the beach. No socks. No socks.
I hate tennis shoes.
Unnecessary.
I'll be honest. I hate tennis shoes. I hate wearing them.
But I hate when my feet get too sweaty. I got sweaty feet. I'm not afraid to tell you. I got sweaty feet. When they get too sweaty in the shoe or in the sandal, and it's just I can't do it. I just can't do it. So wear my socks.
Ron says, I just say who cares about socks with sandals. Now, dress shoes and gym shorts, I got to say no to that. Never seen that before. Sounds like something Jake Sorensen would probably do. Somebody says, are flip-flops with jeans acceptable?
No, because flip-flops are the ones that have the little tip.
And they clap every time you get hit.
Those are specifically for the beach or just in your house.
Never wear those. Don't ever wear them in public, please.
Unless you're a child. Because we just got KJ a pair, but they have the little elastic thing on the
adorable
back
when he has
to keep his feet. So, you hear the little pitter-patter of his feet on the kitchen floor when he's running. It's hilarious. I love it.
Anyway, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo Channel 951, all the avenues, as usual, for you guys to connect with us. A little bit of a programming note. You might hear it a couple times throughout the next 24 hours or so, but today we are going to go national radio, basically. So you'll have CBS Sports Radio on the FM dial at least, but then you'll have some reruns of some local programming from our shows on the streams. And the reason why is because we're gonna be attending a celebration of life for our very own Mark Onweiler's wife, Jordan, who unfortunately passed away due to cancer over the weekend. And so we got to see Mark for a short time today. I mean, we missed him dearly, and we definitely just as a family, which we are here, want to be around there. And so that's tonight from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. will be national. And then tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. as the ticket folks, we all attend the funeral for Jordan and be there for Mark and for the Onweiler family, for Olympia. So we'll be national from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow, and then we'll be able to pick things back up on Friday, business as usual. So appreciate the understanding. It's definitely a sad, heartbreaking time for Mark, for all of the people involved, and especially us here at the ticket. So appreciate you guys understanding. Just want to kind of keep you guys updated in the loop. But if you do turn on the Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo Channel 951 streams throughout the next 48 hours or so, there's going to be local programming on it. Might not be live, but there's going to be local programming on those stations as well. So once again, phone number to call, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Okay, so Rico, as we have a couple minutes left in the segment, let's have a quick little baseball corner, because Aaron Judge, baseball corner, boom, 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 boom. You're like Raph, you sing everything that you say.
I just had to that's our little thing.
We should create a jingle.
Haven't made one. We haven't sent it into Bob.
Nope.
So.
We should. Either way, Aaron Judge
is out forever.
And he says, quote, it could take 1 to 2, maybe 3 years. How, as a Yankees fan, how do you respond to this? Because so Aaron Judge, the reigning AL MVP, started hitting off of a tee yesterday, or a couple days ago, after he suffered a big toe injury on his right foot and crashing into the Dodger Stadium wall last month. He has a torn ligament in his toe, in his big toe, was previously limited to just playing catch, but now he's able to hit off of a tee.
That's good. Progress.
It's progress, but unfortunately, Aaron Judge did not give a certain timetable on his return. The uncertainty is just swirling around it.
It's not going to take 3 years.
It's not going to take 3 years.
It's not going to take 2
But
years.
he might need surgery during the off season.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't be surprised if he didn't play again this season. But he'll get surgery at some point. He will be ready for next season. Again, I'm just making these speculations because I want this to happen. He'll be ready for next season. It should have been ready for this season because this team is really good, and he would just put them over the top, but it's fine. It's whatever. I'm okay. I've never had a big toe injury, so I can't speak to it, but I can't imagine. You played baseball. How important is your big toe? I feel like you use it in a lot of things.
There's a lot of things.
Just whether walking, I guess, and if you include running, batting, swinging the bat is going to be very important with that. So it sucks, and I'm not happy about it, but I'd rather he get it taken care of and miss a single year as opposed to keep trying to play on it and be limited and not be playing 100% Aaron Judge and then be out, sporadically during however many years.
So, and then in addition, Mike Trout is going on the injured list.
Yeah, he broke his hand.
Yes, he broke his hand.
They put him on the 10-day DL.
I don't want to. I don't want to
to
mispronounce this and sound like an idiot. Left hamate.
I couldn't tell.
Fracture.
Sure.
Hamate.
Hammett. That sounds right.
Hamate.
We're not
Hammett.
doctors.
We're not doctors, but in the move, the Trout, obviously with Trout's injury, Joe Adele has been called up. Previously, the number one prospect in all of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he after he got hit in the hand during his 8th inning at bat last night, or July 3rd, excuse me, and he's going to go on the IL for quite a while.
They put him on the 10-day IL.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's
not going to stay. It's not going to stay there.
That's going to be bump those numbers up.
Craig says baseball players are the biggest bleeps when it comes to injuries. Sorry, Nick. No offense. Well, I don't know. I think in some situations they can stretch them also. I don't know if I would say the biggest. I could also see NBA players in that conversation.
They're pretty big babies.
I could see NBA players in that conversation.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis pulls his hamstring and he's out 5 weeks.
Well, a pulled hamstring is very...
Pulled hamstring because you can't let it...
You
have to let it heal. But I don't know. Greg, I mean, the ball's coming in at 98 miles per hour and
his hand is broken.
It drills right off. It's right off your... Right off your,
and also,
your hand.
His big toe, like there's
the left hamate.
Obvious. You don't know
the left hamate.
A ligament in your toe, as Mississippi Mud Dog points out. Your big toe is very important, Rico. Yes, I know. I was just saying, like, especially in baseball, for all of the things he needs to do, he's not going to come back.
Aaron, just get rid of the big toe. You're going to be fine. Just get rid of the big toe.
I've seen crews cut off the big toe, put a peanut on there. So you can get a peanut toe.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be good.
Unnamed texter asks, has this guy never seen soccer? I don't know. I mean, now Chase B makes a good point. Hockey players are pretty tough, right? You have to be. I think it's okay to say also. Try to be devil's advocate here and just say all professional players are tough.
Yeah,
but also
I'm sure they play with injuries all of the time. I don't know.
We were just watching a video back there. By the way, the Cubs do this like really incredible series called The Breakdown.
It's actually really cool.
And it's even better when they're winning. They're not winning right now. They're 37-45.
So not cool.
So not as cool right now. But when they were in the 2016 playoffs, they did this breakdown basically where Miguel Montero explains his at bat against the Los Angeles Dodgers, and we just found out that he got an epidural 2 days before he hit a grand slam against the Dodgers in the 2016 NLCS.
He had 2 herniated discs, and he still went up and hit a grand slam.
He's on the video, and you can find it on YouTube. He's on the video going, I was in the hot tub till the 5th inning. He's like, I was hanging out in the hot tub in the fifth inning until the 5th inning. And then Joe Madden goes, hey, you're gonna have to hit. We're gonna have to have you hit today for Aroldis Chapman. And then he ends up hitting a grand slam. So I mean, I don't know. I think all professional players are tough to play devil's advocate, but now there are some situations and some specific athletes maybe that are less tough.
How many hockey players have played with broken ankles? I would like to see that number because I can't imagine
broken ankles
because that's what Jace B says.
Just tape it up.
I can't imagine skating on a broken ankle. Can you imagine trying to stop if your ankle is not connected properly?
I can't imagine.
That's
stopping.
Like saying, UFC fighters are the toughest. They fight with concussions and
now
broken noses all the time.
I've gained.
They're literally beating each other up. That's what it is. The goal isn't to score a touchdown, put a ball in a net or put a puck in a net. The goal is to knock the person in front of you out.
I will say, I mean, I have gained so much respect and a better understanding has allowed me to do this. So much more respect for UFC over the last few years. And Rico, you're about to go to Vegas this weekend.
It'll be my first live UFC event.
Yes,
it'll be my first UFC event of any kind.
You, DP, and Strick are heading out to Vegas tomorrow. Well, Strick's heading out today.
He said tomorrow.
Okay.
I thought he was leaving
I thought
today.
he said he was leaving today.
He knows.
Either way.
His flight.
Either way, you three are heading out to Vegas. A little bit of summer league action that we'll have some content from. We'll have some also UFC stuff. But the amount of, most of the time, respect between those guys,
Oh, yeah.
it's insurmountable. It's so cool to see because 1 minute you're trying to beat the living crap out of somebody and do your job.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next minute when it's over, they usually hug it out and they're like, hey, man,
You're having drinks at the bar with
there's
each
multiple
other.
respect. There's just tons of respect.
It's like, dude, remember in that second period with like 2 minutes left when you caught me on the chin, dude, I was out for like 2 seconds. Like,
You had me. You
like,
had me.
I was done. If you would have pushed,
you
it would have
needed
been
to
done.
do one thing.
It would have been done.
But instead I win. No, but I think that's super cool. But so Mike Trout injured.
Aaron Judge
Injured for 2
Shohei
years.
Ohtani, blisters on his fingers.
Shohei Ohtani, happy birthday to Shohei today, by the way.
Future AL MVP.
Yeah. He's got it locked up.
He's gonna win it.
He's got it locked up.
I don't think there's nobody close.
Not right now.
Who would you if it wasn't Shohei? If I gave you $20 to put down, Shohei or the field?
Shohei.
Okay.
I mean, so we can even just look up.
I can't even think of anybody in the AL.
Ronald Acuna is
AL.
probably up there.
Is it
AL.
for is
Or,
MVP
okay.
just because they do
Yes.
AL and NL
For American League.
So he'd be AL MVP.
Yep. AL MVP.
Acuna is on a tear though.
So get this. MLB.com did a MVP poll, basically. First MVP poll. So if you had to pick one. After receiving nearly 70% of the first place votes in our first MVP poll of 2023, Ohtani lost some support this time, likely because he hasn't been as sharp on the mound recently. Ohtani still 3.32 earned run average on the year with 102 strikeouts in 76 innings. But over his past 8 starts, he has posted a 4.88 earned run average in his past 8 starts. Of course, pitching is the only part of the two-way superstars game. And he's more than made up for the struggles on the mound by producing 10 homers, 20 RBIs, and a 1.010 OPS, which is on-base percentage plus slugging over his past 26 games. The Angels are in the thick of the AL wildcard race, by the way. Aaron Judge comes in second. Wander Franco is at third. And then Marcus Semien is in fourth.
With the small amount of games that Judge had played and the amount of production that he had, it was going to be Judge and Ohtani 1 and 2. It was going to be Ohtani, Judge 1 and 2 respectively, probably the entire season. But Judge is out for the rest of the year, so he's not even close to the MVP conversation.
Speaking of guys in the Major League, did you see who is starting on Friday for the Toronto Blue Jays?
No,
Alek Manoah.
Alec.
Set to return to the Blue Jays rotation after being sent down to rookie ball in the Florida Complex League. Manager John Schneider of the Toronto Blue Jays said Tuesday, Manoah said he'll start Friday against Detroit, and all-star Kevin Gausman will have his outing pushed back a day.
What has Alec done to not okay?
So the 25-year-old right-hander was sent to the Blue Jays Florida Complex League on June 6th after he couldn't get out of the first inning against the Houston Astros the previous day. Schneider, the manager for the Blue Jays, said, quote, "We've been saying all along there's been a pretty good checklist of things we want to see. We liked what we saw in terms of comparing it to last year as opposed to the beginning of this year. He is in a zone."
Did they see his last start?
Well, no. So now it's good because he said on Sunday, Manoah struck out 10 batters and allowed just 1 run over 5 innings for AA New Hampshire against Portland.
So he goes from MLB.
He's rejoining the team today.
So he goes from the show to rookie ball to AA back to the show. You
show.
don't want to give him one more at AAA? Just
no.
Just a little
not against the Tigers.
Whoopsie doodle looksies.
The Tigers are fine.
This will be the game that Javi goes off.
Yeah. The Tigers, by the way, the AL Central, kind of a mess.
It's bad. It's not good.
The Twins are 44 and 43. They lead the division. The Guardians are 1 game below 500. The Tigers 37 and 47. The White Sox at 37 and 50, and then the Royals at 25 and 61 overall.
Remember when the White Sox were good?
for a very short
It
time.
was like 2 years.
For a very short time. The NL Central is also just wild because you have the Reds who are 8 games above 500 at 47 and 39.
Are the Reds good?
Well, with Ellie De La Cruz, he's electrifying.
I love
They also have Hunter Green, a starter who's pretty young as well. The Pirates, they've dropped off a little bit. O'Neal Cruz was placed on he's not back. He was placed on the 60-day IL near the start of the season. So you would assume that rehab starts are going to eventually become a thing for the Pittsburgh Pirates and O'Neal Cruz. And then the Cubs are 8 games below 500. Only a few games. I mean, still only 7 games back from the Reds in first place. I would also say that they beat the Brewers and come from behind fashion last night, 11 innings. And they play the Brewers again today at 8:10 p.m. So there's a chance to make some moves as well. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk Husker football. Once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Sutter Heyman text line. You guys can see what's going on inside the studio on the Sutter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo Channel 951 as well for all those while on their television sets at home. But right now, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back for Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Singer and at Radio Rico AC. More Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The new season of the Nebraska Lottery's Lucky for Life Ticket Snap promotion is here. Until July 10th, buy a Lucky for Life ticket and enter the voucher number for a chance to win Nebraska football Skybox season tickets, regular Nebraska football season tickets, single-game Nebraska football tickets, an incredible weekend football experience, or it's a volleyball day in. So snap to it and enter today. Lucky for Life top prize odds, 1 in 30 million.
As a Nebraska lottery retailer, I'm always looking for new ways to promote scratch and lotto tickets. So this year, I've hired the local hockey team to remind people how fast, easy, and fun the games are. Hey, no cross-checking customers. Sorry, have it. It's a little hectic, but it's working. $1 $2 scratch ticket coming your way. Oh, nice shot. Red basket.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. So work hard in making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Sutter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Sutter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sutter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sutter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate will never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Load up on meat this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through July 11th are flat iron steaks for just $12.99 per pound, a $2 discount per pound from normal price. Plus, big news, they have 2 new locations opening soon at 27th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple Tomahawk, with soft openings in mid-July. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. It's starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is to be this summer, and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the shuffleboard corner for just $1 and get your first drink on the house. Come on Sundays for open house league all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk the flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555, John Henry's Plumbing. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms a possibility today with a much cooler day on the way. We'll top out at 75. Northeast winds at around 10 to 15. Partly cloudy tonight, cool night. We're dropping down to 54. Back into the upper 70s for highs tomorrow with a slight change of direction for some thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced living techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to NovotnyNutritionandWellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Senior.
Gorilla bear versus polar bear? A what bear versus a what bear?
And Enrique Alvarez Claret.
A gorilla bear versus a polar bear? One more time. Gorilla versus a polar bear?
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Stainert and Rico joining you as usual. Once again, just a reminder, we're going to be going national programming from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. today, and then from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. So no drive, there's no captain, there's no water cooler, there's no happy hour tomorrow. However, there is On the Block in Old School on Thursday afternoon. Okay, Rico, so this conversation earlier that I was having with Bach kind of brought up some interesting thoughts here. If you had to pick a room on Husker football's roster that you feel the most confident about, where are we going? Where are we going? Because I'm saying from top to bottom confidence level. Because we got a text earlier that said something along the lines of like, is it weird that I am confident in the wide receiver room?
Yes.
It is weird.
Yes.
Okay. I personally said linebacker is kind of an intriguing spot.
Okay.
And defensive back secondary area is as well.
That was one of the ones I'm trying to decide between.
But this conversation could go two ways. One where it's like, all right, maybe Nebraska has some more pieces than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
Or on the other side, it's, oh no, who's Nebraska going to be able to rely upon this season?
I am stuck between two. Linebacker was a good one. I wasn't even thinking about linebacker. That's a good one. But for me, it's defensive back and running back.
Man, Bach said running back too.
I'm strangely confident because you have three that can get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
You have three. You have Anthony Grant, who was your starter last season, Gabe Irvin, who was your starter 2 seasons ago, and apparently is now a muscle hamster. And
big man, big fella,
big boy. And Ramir Johnson, who can be your do-it-all guy. You know, he's strong in pass protection. He might not be the biggest of the three, but he's one of the faster ones. Great pass catcher.
He can kind of do it all.
Great pass catcher and a great pass blocker. So I think that with those three, I feel extremely confident about the running back room. Don't know what's behind them, and maybe that could be an issue. But after those three, or with those three, I feel extremely confident with the way that the running back room has or will shape out. Defensive back, you've got a litany of defensive backs to feel confident about. Aside from the fact that they're considering moving some who are at corner to safety and some who are at safety to corner, that would be my only issue. But you heard with the previous staff that they were cross-training anyways. So it's not like they're going to be confused or need that much adjustment to move from a safety to a corner. So I feel really good about that as well. I guess linebacker, I wasn't even thinking about that. But every other position, I mean, quarterback, you have your one, but after him, after Sims, bingo. I don't know what's going on there. Offensive line is going to be not a struggle, is going to be a major what's the word I'm looking? They're going to be under a microscope.
It's a question mark.
Yeah, it's a giant question mark. They're going to be under a microscope all season just because of how ineffective and inconsistent they were last season. Wide receiver, you have 3, 4 seniors, and one of them just rejoined the team. 3 seniors, and just rejoined the team after playing in 3 games.
Well, he's a junior.
He's a junior. Okay. Well, you
have
3
seniors.
You have 3 seniors.
Marcus Washington, Josh Fleeks, Billy King.
Okay, so you have 2 transfer seniors and one who some people believe me. He's going to be the number 1 receiver. But after those 3, it's a whole bunch of bodies and a whole lot of freshmen.
Well, I was going to say more so a lot of freshmen. This is the wide receiver room that we're talking about. A lot of freshmen, a lot of true freshmen. That is Xavier Betts and IG. And then it's 2 guys that at one point were departed from the program and now have returned. Okay, going back to the running back room, because that's a really fascinating angle. Because I was at the surface of this conversation with Bach, and we didn't get to dive any deeper, so I want to do it with you here. Mm-hmm. So Anthony Grant is that guy right now at number, he's the redshirt senior. He's getting ready to play his final year of college ball.
You would think he'd be the starter. He was the starter last season.
So last year has 218 carries for 915 yards and 6 touchdowns, right? Pretty close to 1,000. And the Husker fans love to use the 1,000-yard mark as like this benchmark for whether or not you had a real productive season or not, right?
I mean, he should have had 1,000. But we're not
so the running back from Buford, Georgia here, once again, 218 carries for 915 yards and 6 touchdowns. But when you look behind him, like you listed Ramir Johnson, and being selfish, I wish Ramir's season in 2022 would have gone differently, because I look at his game log from 2022, and he didn't see action until October 15th. Saw it against Purdue, where he had 1 carry for 17 yards. Then a couple weeks later, on November 5th, he had 4 carries for 3 yards against Minnesota. Mm-hmm. On November 12th against Michigan in a blowout 34-3 loss, Ramir Johnson has 2 carries for 13 yards. And in the season finale, that is, on the road in Iowa City, Ramir Johnson carries the ball 12 times for 52 yards. Did lose a fumble in that game though as well. He finishes the year with 19 carries and 85 yards. Now, Gabe Irvin last year, he saw time starting back on September 3rd, saw time portions throughout the season. And his best game came against Oklahoma in a blowout 49-14 loss, where he had 7 carries for 60 yards. Now, when you look back at Ramir Johnson, how maybe the staff handled him last season, it makes you kind of ponder what it could have been, but also what going forward this staff's plan for Ramir is.
There was a lot of talk of the wide back role and not a lot of instituting that kind of role for Ramir Johnson, a guy that, again, like we said, 2 years ago was fifth on the depth chart.
Yeah,
was forced into a starting role after losing a couple people, and did a really solid job towards the end of this with the remainder of the season. So it was a guy who last season you were expecting to, even if he wasn't the starter, to have a decent role within the offense, whether it be at the slot, at wide receiver, at running back, wherever they put him. And you just never saw him. He was playing special teams, but you never saw him on the offensive side of the ball, which was, concerning maybe isn't the word, but it was just frustrating and confusing as to why the offensive staff would talk him up so much and refuse to get him on the offensive side of the ball. So, I think Ramir Johnson has all of the tools to be the type of running back that Matt Rule has used at Baylor, and this is not comparing him to the player, okay? So don't get it twisted, but in a way that Carolina used Christian McCaffrey as a do-it-all kind of guy. I'm not saying that Ramir is Christian McCaffrey, so don't say that.
Now, what I would also add about Ramir, and maybe he never got a true opportunity last year. That's fine. And we wish it would have played out differently. Don't forget, Nebraska's room lost A.J. Allen as well this season. After it looked like for a short amount of time that, hey, this guy may stick around. This guy might stick around. Although we know how close he was to Brian Applewhite, the former Husker running backs coach, right? Basically followed him from TCU here as well. A.J. Allen decides to move on, and he went to Miami, didn't he?
Yes.
He transferred to Miami. So Miami looks good. When you look at, except for Ja'Cory Barney Jr., either way, the season that we always reference when we're looking at Ramir Johnson is that 2021 season where he has 112 carries for 495 yards and 4 scores in 2021. And that year, as Rico alluded to, he started 5th on the depth chart, we were told. And after Gabe Ervin got hurt in that September 18th game against Oklahoma down in Norman, a game where Nebraska somewhat found themselves as a pretty tough opponent for the Sooners.
It's a lot closer than everybody thought it should have.
They lost 23-16 in that game. And Ramir in that game carried the ball 11 times for 42 yards. In the 3 games combined before that, he had just 13 carries for 39 yards. So you saw his production, and ever since that Oklahoma game, the rest of the way, he had double-digit carries in that season. Once again, finding 495 yards. So I see where people's excitement comes from Ramir Johnson, because it was like, once again, that was one of another year where it was, man, why isn't this guy starting, right? You could have said that in 2018 with Divine Ozigbo when we found out he was 3rd on the depth chart. You could have said that multiple times with Dedrick Mills. Get this guy the ball.
Yep.
And they just never did. And so that's maybe why I struggle to be so excited about the running back room, because for all we know, Emmett Johnson might be the best running back here.
We're very excited about Emmett
But
Johnson.
I don't know if that I wouldn't believe that. But here we have it to where it's like Nebraska time and time again, and yes, it's a different staff, time and time again has been unable to identify who the best back is. And when they are able to identify him, either blocking for them or the running back on their end being able to hit the holes either.
But this is, so I don't know how you're thinking about it, but the way that I'm thinking about it is you have your top 3 guys all have the potential of a starting running back, but the way that I'm thinking about it is in the order that it is currently, with Anthony Grant being your number 1 guy, Gabe Ervin spelling him and being able to give everything that he's got as a supremely talented running back, and then Ramir Johnson coming in certain packages or procedures, what have you, and being able to give his ability on the field at running back, receiver, wherever you decide to put him. That's why I'm so confident or so excited about the running back room, is because you have a bona fide starter in Anthony Grant, you would think a bona fide starter, if you started as a true freshman at the University of Nebraska, and we all believe he was on the precipice of breaking out if he didn't get injured against Oklahoma. You have those two guys who are bona fide starters for sure, and Ramir Johnson, who is able to spell whoever in that running back room and give you starter type statistics, maybe not on a week-to-week basis, but on a here and there basis. That's why I'm so confident in this running back room, is because you have three guys who do different things but can give you extremely good production.
Once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. You tell us what room right now, and this is obviously a conversation prior to fall camp happening and even beginning, that we're having this conversation. I want to pose the same question to Austin and Strick when we bring them in for the crossover, and get their thoughts, not only just on the running back room, but on the receivers, on the linebackers. We want to get your guys' thoughts. So send us a text. What room are you most excited about? Or overall, what player do you hope it's maybe, whether it's a fair shake or a bigger opportunity than somebody else? Let us know. 402-464-5685. We'll be right back to wrap it up with a crossover with Austin and Strick and get you ready for On the Block coming up next.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. To stay in touch, listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticket.fm.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it all ruined. Don't risk the basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms a possibility today with a much cooler day on the way. We'll top out at 75. Northeast winds at around 10 to 15. Partly cloudy tonight, a cool night, with the low dropping down to 54. Back into the upper 70s for highs tomorrow with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer, and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the shuffleboard corner for just $5 and get your first drink on the house. Come on Sundays for open house league all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 happy hours every day from 6 p.m. And you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
General contractors, business owner, property owner. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products are Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior. Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. 50 home games. Even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. Decadent moist caramel cake, bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake, Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum. The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest in the area. Coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, compassionate support. July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, here with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Stainer, Tom Lombardi last night, and Enrique Alvarez Clary. On 93.7 The Ticket and The Ticket FM.
We're back here on the Happy Hour, 93.7 Ticket, the ticketfm.com. Did you close that app? Because if not, you cannot click your phone on because it is going to make the noise again. As soon as he opens it. It doesn't do anything to change the ringer. Do I need to turn your mic off for a second?
I'm gonna have a conversation with DP. And I was thinking about On the Block After Dark, but it's gonna be WTF After Dark. We're gonna have a session where we just all the offset stuff, conversation.
That stuff's gonna. I don't know. That stuff won't be allowed to be.
It won't be on the FM.
It won't be on. Yeah, it won't be on the radio. The FCC will not let us be.
It's gonna be only on Allo.
Yeah, I don't even know if Allo wants that. I don't know if Allo wants that on there. Anyway,
gotta pay a subscription. Find a fifth streaming platform.
Yeah, we gotta pay a subscription for that one. Oh, what's going on? Anyway, how's it going, guys?
Oh, I'm good. You need a good laugh coming off the holiday weekend, man. You know.
Yeah, we're just hanging in there.
It was good. I mean, we
blow stuff up. I saw some of your stories. That was pretty sweet.
Shut off some fireworks. Me and
you and the Johnsons.
And it really was really chill for me. But I think he's got an interesting.
What?
Yeah, it was a good time. Funny family in town.
Where's family from?
Well, family started in
continue
Nebraska. A
learning
lot of
about
them
you.
moved out to Illinois and to Minnesota.
Nice.
So that's where most of my cousins are, is Illinois and
Nice.
Minnesota. So they come in every year for the 4th of July once they went off school and all that. Don't know how many years ago it started, but it's become a family tradition to take an airboat ride on the Platte River.
I like that. That
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
I didn't know airboats were around here.
Yeah, Cedar Bluffs.
We need to go hang out with Austin's family.
God dang.
Please, yeah. So yeah, wifey and I headed up
We might
there.
become the favorite. We might become the favorite.
You would very easily.
Take Austin's
Everyone
spot.
loves you.
Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, it's just right there in Cedar Bluff.
about 10 minutes. That was to Fremont. Started there. Like $45, an hour and a half on the
Wow,
Platte River
that's not
on an
bad.
airboat. Bald eagles galore, of all things. Didn't actually know that. So yeah, Nebraska has bald eagles.
America has
bald eagles. That's why
They probably released them just for the 4th of July.
Probably.
They're like, you know what? They bring me down. We need bald eagles here.
They bring them down from Canada and release 12 bald eagles in every state.
13, one for each college.
You're right. 13 bald eagles in every state.
And that's what I was most proud of, was a birthday gift from my parents. It was the British Blue 13 colony lead. It's my new 4th of July shirt.
Wow. That's good.
That is good.
That's really good. Anyway, so gentlemen, we were having a conversation last segment of what position group on Husker football's roster are you the most confident in? Right? Because I mentioned linebacker and secondary. Rico mentioned running back room. How about you guys?
I would say running back room too for me. Yeah, I would say running back room. I'm definitely, the trenches are not anything that I'm excited about unless they've done something drastic. There's some returners in the secondary, cool linebackers, yeah, but still they had I would say a sophomore slump. Not that they're sophomores,
Yeah.
but
Just second year slump, yeah.
So it has to be the secondary for me, because for me, the running backs have some proving to do. Anthony Grant was really good in the non-conference and then looked pretty average, fine in Big Ten play, but not like the guy he was in non-con. So he's got to prove he can do that. That's definitely part of it. Gabe Irvin has to prove he can be that guy coming off of injury with the full season workload. Amir Johnson's still around, which is, I think, good. But
I don't think he's gotten a fair shake.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes it just feels like they run its course, though.
Yeah, he's had his shot to some degree. I mean, he has.
I mean, he got his starter time 2 years ago, and he put in some good work and got almost 500 yards in the limited amount of games that he played. And then this last season, it was all hyped up, and then his position was never used.
Right. I don't know. I'm not fully sold on him. So I like the 1-2 punch, but they have questions. Linebackers have to stay healthy. Plain and simple. Between Hendricks and Reimer, they have to stay healthy. We don't know what Borders and Sherman are as transfers. And the secondary, I think, has the fewest questions. You like Quentin Newsome. The safety group seems fine. We'll see what they do with Omar Brown. That's a guy I'm still excited about and pretty high on.
Yeah.
So I think I trust the secondary the most. Yeah, I'll go secondary, finally.
Gotcha.
Especially in the offensive side, it's hard to really pick, because we talked about the wide receiver room. There's 3 seniors and only 1 returner in the senior group, and then a whole bunch of freshmen. Tight ends, your top 2 haven't really played a significant snap for Nebraska because of injuries, and just transferred in and might not even play this season.
Well, your top tight end is a former walk-on.
Yeah. Your most experienced tight end is a former walk-on.
He's tight end 1 right now.
Yeah.
But then I'm going fullback.
Your quarterbacks. Well, even then,
who's the fullback? Who's the fullback?
You have the transfer from
Trevor Root.
You have the transfer.
Trevor.
You have the transfer from Notre Dame.
Is it Limbaugh? No.
It does start with an
Which
L, I
one?
believe.
Notre Dame.
Barrett, whatever.
Yeah, that guy
From Notre Dame.
So you have 2
Scott
transfers at fullback. What about offensive line? Like you said, big question mark. Not really sure about that. Quarterback, you have Sims, and then what else? If he, God forbid, he gets hurt. So offense is
Barrett
just
Liebentritt.
So offense is just question marks all around. I mean, defensive line, you're not sure. You have a bunch of bodies. And you have guys who are returning who have experience. But what are they going to do?
Kicker and punter.
Yeah, both your kickers,
specialists.
Both your kicker and your punter return.
Not even special teams, just specialists.
Yeah. It's not a special teams problem. It's a specialist problem.
Here's what Aaron says. I'm concerned about the offense. Defense should be fairly solid. Urban barely played. Can Grant get into the holes? O-line play. Unknowns with receivers. By the way, sidebar. That's what we were talking about, receivers. You have the 3 seniors, 3 guys that are going to be playing their final year in Josh Fleeks, Billy Kemp, and Marcus Washington. Then you have 6 true freshmen, and then 2 guys that just 5 months ago weren't a member of the team.
Mm-hmm.
That it's weird. Just a weird dynamic. Sims hasn't played a game yet, and is he durable? Can our tight end stay healthy? Satterfield is new to Nebraska. Can they regroup on the fly when something's not working? Adjust.
For me, I think one of the things I would have really been excited potentially about Marcus Washington because of the connection, and there's nothing like having somebody that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
That like there guys like, for example, like just think about guys that were second team or scout team type of guys at the professional level in here, and all of a sudden they ascend and get into a certain position. And then a receiver that happened to be in a similar type of role ends up being their go-to guy because they're familiar with him. They know what he likes, where he wants the ball. All of these things come into play. So, that relationship between Casey Thompson and Marcus Washington, you can tell that there was some sparks there. There was some comfort at making throws to them. But I think he might be the one that ends up getting lost in the shuffle.
What's coming up on the show today, gents?
We'll talk some 4th of July stuff. And Joe Chestnut at it again. The Athletic put out a little article on him. Some of his other records are absolutely disgusting.
I mean, they're all disgusting.
It's true. It is unholy. It is unhealthy.
Professional eating is gross, right?
It's disgusting. It's horrifying to me. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, some of his other records. So if you have anything that you think you could eat a lot of very quickly, let us know what that is. The text line and comment section, we'll get to it. Talk to Mustard Football, summer headlines with Evan Bland, and then a heavy NFL hour too. There are a couple tweets I saw out there that I want to dive into with Strick. Top 5 kind of one-year wonders, who has the most pressure to avoid being a one-year wonder from last season to this season, and then current players in their Hall of Fame chances and probabilities. I saw a list out there I want to go through and debate that.
Quick question for you guys. A simple yes or no will suffice. Are socks with Birkenstocks acceptable?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. You're wearing socks and slides right now. Look at you, Strictly. All right, sweet. Well, that'll do it for us. Appreciate you guys hanging out for us. Stick around. A lot of good stuff coming up on the blog. Just a reminder, we'll be having national programming from 4 to 8 p.m. today and from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. Appreciate you guys for understanding. That'll do it for us. We'll talk to you guys on Friday.
Adios.
Rashawn Jackson here for Burr Underground, who has been serving local contracts all across the state since 1997. When you see, the baddest dudes in the biz currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and authentic people and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
July marks 8 years of the Body Shop being open for business and serving Lincoln the best massage options in the area. Dennis and his team would like to thank all customers who have stopped in and let them relieve the pains and stress in their lives. Your continued business allows them to do what they are passionate about. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop, your go-to for all types of massages at 48th and A. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to every step of the way.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring. Go wow. And
Love my ring. It is so beautiful. Absolutely love my ring. I get comments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewels, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
You deserve the best. With the Liberty First MasterCard, you can pay down your high-rate debt and could save hundreds when you transfer the balance. The low balance transfer fee. No cash advance fees and no annual fee. And with a fixed rate as low as 9.99% APR and you choose rewards, you'll be able to manage your card your way. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Rates and terms are based on your credit and subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Bank.
Moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash